Jazzahead 2025. I'm here with Hannes Möller and Johanna Schneider. Welcome. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for the invitation.
Thanks for having us.
You're here as the protagonists of the Deutsche Jazzpreis, German Jazzpreis. And Hannes, what are you doing?
I'm the project leader of the German Jazzpreis, working for the Initiative Musik.
Johanna.
I'm one of the two speakers of the advisory board of the German Jazzpreis.
For those who don't know how long Jazzpreis has been on the scene and what it is about, maybe you can answer this question.
Well, that's a very big question. Just for the timeline, it started in 2021 when the German Jazzpreis was awarded for the very first time, and this year we are awarding it for the fifth time.
This prize came from the change from Echo Jazz to Deutscher Jazzpreis, and the whole structure has changed ever since. We have different jury members, and you're watching the jazz scene and kind of collecting people and showing people, but what is the goal of this prize? What do you want to show?
We want to put a spotlight on the great scene of the German jazz scene, but also, we want to connect people. So that's why we also have international prizes, international categories, and put some money into the scene.
Exactly. I think we can put it down on these 3 points. It's like putting money, like financial support for the jazz scene and all the nominees and award winners, putting the spotlight, like attention for the jazz scene and all the participants who are engaging themselves in the jazz, and also contribute to diversity and cultural diversity in the German jazz scene and international jazz scene. Yeah.
We have different categories. How many of them are there?
We try to get the whole spectrum of all the categories that could be awarded. Like, we have 5 main categories. First is artists, the second is recordings and album productions, the third is live, like live acts and festivals, the fourth category is composition and arrangements, and the fifth category are special prizes like journalistic achievements or lifetime achievements. So these are like the 5 main categories who hopefully have summed up everything that can be awarded in the jazz spectrum.
There's the whole scene involved, for the jury members, for instance. You have people from all over, from bookers, promoters, festival makers. So what is the way to choose them?
Again, it's about different. We want to have it. We want to show the whole spectrum, the whole diversity of the scene as well. So this is why we ask people from all over Germany, from the south, from the north, Berlin, Cologne. It's a whole different spectrum of the scene. So, and also about what is jazz. So jazz is can be so different, and so we want to go sure that we show many different aspects of the jazz scene.
We know that there's a lot of money involved here to support the scene, and if you kind of invest here, if you put that amount of money into a thing that is highlighted a lot, then it's also that people ask why. What is the goal, and how much politics is involved?
You mean, why are we putting that much money into the jazz scene? Because it's necessary, and it's never enough, of course. I mean, we have now, we started in the first edition with 310,000 euro in prize money. Now we almost have 500,000 prize money, and also nominations money. So not only prize winners receive money, also all nominees receive like money for their to recognize their efforts. And yeah, it's getting an award and getting the attention, spotlight, and honoring from a jury is a very nice thing, and getting a trophy as well. But of course, at least all musicians need to, move on with their projects, move on with their lives, privately as well. So they need money to realize all this, which can then also be awarded again. So money is very essential to keep the jazz scene alive, and so this was one of the main things and main goals of the German Jazz Prize, to support the jazz scene with prize money.
To find the nominees even, or to find those people who are award winners in the end, what is the process like?
We got a main jury, and we got what's the word?
Expert jury?
Expert juries, 5 different expert juries. They are into different fields again, so we put them together to have a wide perspective. So they have, they get the, how do you say?
Just a word to the process. Like in the first, there is the expert jury made of these, it's 25 people, made of these 5 groups, as you already mentioned, artists, club, festival participants, bookers, agents, journalists, did I miss something? No, managements, I think, Like these 5. They make submissions for some categories. Other categories, people can submit their albums or festivals or journalistic achievements, for example. And then the expert jury chooses the 4 nominees from all the submissions made. And the next step is that the main jury chooses the prize winners out of the 4 nominees in each category.
And the main jury consists, also of people from the expert juries who are sent into the main jury, but also of well-known people who we, as the advisory board, decided they should be in the main jury.
As you said, that's a broad mix that you have, broad mix of people. And is it that they come more and more also from the foreign countries? Because I saw many people who are like from the Netherlands, maybe from the UK. Is that an impression that I got, or is that...
It is the truth, of course. It's not only an impression. Of course, the German Jazz Prize has mainly jury members from Germany, but also from international contexts, like Europe and the whole world at least. Because the German Jazz Prize recognizes that the jazz is an international music, that it's based in the US, and it was an Afro-American music in the first place. And that's why we think it's very important to have this international perspective in our jury, to make sure we have diversity, make sure we have this wide range of nominees and prize winners in the end. And I think this really, it worked to have the results of the nominees and prize winners.
The perspective from the outside.
It's very important.
Because, in former times, German jazz artists always had a problem to be recognized in the foreign countries and even in the European countries. Nowadays, it's kind of broadening, it seems. But, it's always interesting to see how people from the outside judge about the people here, right?
Yeah, I think they are more independent in the thinking. For example, if you are part of the scene, you know already already who got last year another prize, or who was awarded last year, who's always awarded. And so you can better think out of the box if you are not too much involved in the scene, in the German jazz scene. Sometimes it can bring a different direction from time to time.
The winners get awarded with a lot of money too. For, you know, if you think of other awards, it's really kind of outstanding, one can say. And, you know, they sometimes put it in their project, sometimes I don't know what they do with it in albums, new albums. But if you think of those artists who have been awarded in the last few years, would you say you can see a progress there that's made?
Absolutely, yeah. So most of them put it into another album. As a singer myself, I can say how much money it needs, how much time it needs, and musicians, especially jazz musicians, work so many times under the minimum wage. So you ask your friends to play in your bands, and of course they want to make you see the progress, to make a progress, and so they play for you for a minimum wage. And so, but it shouldn't be like that. So this also is it helps to make the people pay everybody as they should be paid, and pay themselves as well.
If you look at it, and if you see at the Initiative Musik who kind of makes up this award, right? Do you get like feedback for this kind of work?
Yes, we do. I mean, at least people recognize that there is a prize, and they are I would say that everybody's happy that there is a prize. Of course, a prize, and this is maybe just kind of nature, always gets a lot of criticism, because people think, why is this project awarded and this not, and who makes decision who is awarded and who is not awarded. So this is kind of a nature thing. I think that's totally okay. But whether people liked it or not, everybody had an opinion since the first edition. So I see that the prize is definitely relevant to everybody in the jazz scene, and there's nobody who wouldn't take attention and say, well, I don't care. People care about the prize, whether they like it or not. I think most of them like it, but we get a lot of feedback, which is also like criticism, which is very, very helpful for us, and we ask for it like every edition we finish. And please let us know what did you like, what didn't work, and we try to improve it.
I think this is really a special thing if I compare it to other prizes, because the feedback. So it's a prize from the scene, for the scene, and we take everything into consideration. So for especially the categories, we have 31 categories. Then they said, oh, it's too much. Why don't you put more spotlight on the national scene? So we thought about it, we talked it through, and we changed it. So there is a lot of criticism, but as Hans said, we take it and we develop it.
Yeah, you're working on it. If you still want to say something that's really important for you to say about this award, you're welcome to do this now.
I think I attended at least, actually 3 award ceremonies, and what I really love about the prize and also about the award ceremony is how it brings people together, and the vibe.
Yeah, I can absolutely go with this, and maybe add that we are still a very young prize. This year is the 5th year, so in my opinion, we just started, and I hope this is going to be for a very long time. And it's still work in progress and learning by doing. So if some decisions are made this year and some categories turn out to have this award winners, it doesn't have to be the next year again, because the jury makes the decisions, and it can be different next year again. So I think this is the very exciting thing about the German Jazzpreis.
Hannes Möller Johanna Schneider, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
When I stand up